morning YouTube. I'm going to go over some of the numbers for our Nibiru issue. But before I start, I just want to go over a couple of terms that you need to be familiar with. Alright, that's the Sun, that's the Earth. The distance between the two is 1 astronomical unit. Okay, the other thing I just want you to be familiar with are escape velocities. Escape velocities are the speed an object needs to be travelling at to get out of the gravitational well created by that object. We're not looking at wind resistance or anything like that, or powered flight. So from the Earth, to get off the Earth, it's 11.2 kilometres a second. From the Sun, it's 617.5 kilometres a second. You need to be travelling at 617.5 kilometres a second to escape the gravitational well of the Sun. Okay, continuing on. The problem with Nibiru is that there doesn't seem to be any firm idea of where it is or very much information about the actual location itself. But the best ones that I can come up with are that it's about a Jupiter-sized body. David May, in a 2009 interview with the Discovery Channel, said that there could be a Jupiter-sized body that could lie undetected, or it was possible that it could lie undetected at a distance of 1,000 astronomical units. So here's the Sun, here's Earth, and there could be a Jupiter-sized body out here. This isn't to scale. 1,000 AU. Alright? That's the distance, 1,000 AU, or about 150 billion kilometres. So when does Nibiru hit? Well, the consensus seems to be, generally speaking, once again, apart from the 2003 impact that was supposed to take place, December 21st, 2012, which just happens to coincide with some Stone Age calendar. So I want to work out how many hours it is until impact. 22 months, 30 days in a month, roughly, 24 hours in a day, equals 15,840 hours until impact. Set your clocks, people. That's how it works. So 15,840 hours until Nibiru hits Earth. We have 15,840 hours until Nibiru gets to this point, theoretically. So in 15,840 hours it has to travel 150 billion kilometres. Now, I'm not going to do it in miles. You Americans can catch up with the rest of the world. So from here it's a pretty simple equation. 150 billion kilometres. Let me just put this in zeros for you so you get some idea of scale. Divided by how many hours equals roughly so for it to get here, it's going to be travelling at 9,469,697 kilometres an hour, assuming it was heading straight at us. That's all well and good. It's absolutely flying, even on a stellar scale. Okay, so we've established that Nibiru needs to move at the speed of 9,469,697 kilometres an hour in order to get here by the date of December 21st, 2012. The escape velocity from the Sun is 617.5 kilometres a second, or 2,223,000 kilometres an hour. Do you see a problem here? It is moving at 4 times the speed of the gravitational well of the Sun. That planet that is lying just out of our sight cannot possibly orbit this Sun. If it's on its way here, excuse me, if it was actually on its way here, it would not be able to orbit. It would simply fly off into intergalactic space. So don't worry terribly much about Nibiru. I just wanted to quickly go over the fact that Nibiru, in its best case scenario, simply can't exist. And I'm just getting really pissed off that NASA and other space agencies have to put up with stupid questions about this stuff that are put out there by fear-mongering dickheads who really don't know how to do their research. There is no Nibiru. You don't need to worry about 2012. The world's not going to end. And if you are worried about it, perhaps you want to message me and sell me your house or something like that very cheaply, because you won't have any need for it after 2012. But you're distracting genuine scientists away from work. Look, in the last couple of months we have found extrasolar planets out there. We've found a solar system that had 6 huge planets orbiting it. We found another solar system where there were 2 planets in the same orbit, one at the Lagrange point of the other. Now I find that interesting. What I don't find interesting is this Nibiru shit.